This is Todd the Librarian coming to you from my little hovel, little back room here in the house, and yep, as usual, my wife's playing Skyrim and I'm doing a video. So I got tagged by another one of my friends across the pond. This time it's Curtis from Curtis Books and Films, and he tagged me with the jet lag book tag. So here we go. This is the jet lag book tag. A book that made you tired. Moby Dick by Herman Melville. I couldn't get through that. It was required reading when I was in high school. I think I might have been a junior, and I just didn't care for it. So, Moby Dick, the song by Led Zeppelin, was awesome on the other hand, but I did not care for the novel. A book that made you feel sick. That is any book that I pick up off of a shelf in a bookstore, in Walmart, in whatever retail store that is crap. And by crap I mean something that is inferior to my book that I wrote, and that's not an ego thing. Actually, that my cover when the book was published is better than that. That's just a bland cover I had done when I got my first copy. But there's a lot of crap out there, and I mean there's also a lot of stuff that's better than this book, which is about time travel and an organic time machine, and the fact that someone in the past links up with this organic time machine via not telekinesis but telepathy. So that's my novel. So that's the books that make me sick. A book that opened you up to a new world. The Stand by Stephen King. Stephen King had probably been writing for, gee whiz, he'd been published for a long time as far as novels go. I want to say probably close to 10 years, maybe a little less, and I came across a copy of The Stand, and I thought I'd give it a try. Now that was the first version, not the complete uncut version, which went into almost 1,200 pages. The first one was right at 800. Started reading it, and I was a Stephen King fan, so that's how that came about, me being a big Stephen King fan. The next question is a book that made you confused. I have to pause because I got to think about this one. I found it, the book that made me confused, The Elysium Commission, and I think the reason being is that it's hard-boiled science fiction, and although I really enjoy science and whatnot, I don't know, maybe it was just over my head, but it confused me to the point where I just quit reading it. So there's that. What did you read on your last long journey? It's been a while since I traveled. Probably, as far as long journeys, it's probably been close to 15, 20 years since I've actually done a lot of traveling. But the last thing I remember reading, I was at combat engineer school out in North Dakota. I used to be in the military, so I was reading Sphere by Michael Crichton. So if you haven't read that, give it a whirl. So that concludes the jet lag book tag. Thank you so much, Curtis, for throwing me under the bus, buddy. I appreciate it. And if you all are not familiar with Curtis Books and Films, I recommend you check him out. He's an intelligent young man. I mean, he tagged me, didn't he? Bye.